Hello friends, welcome or welcome back. I today am going to, if you're new here, you may not know. I have a cannabis prescription, so get off my back, and I'm gonna smoke a fun-size bowl and talk to you about the way my perspective has changed and how suddenly it has occurred to me that my life has value. The way I approach different situations has changed since I came to discover that my life has value, and you can too. Alright. As I was saying, what was I saying? The most major improvement that I've noticed in my life since I just straight up decided enough is enough. My life has value, period. I guess that's the first thing to talk about. I was raised in a way that my life only had value based on what I could provide to other people. So if I'm not doing everything I can, everything in my power to help somebody else, no matter what the outcome will be for me, I'm so selfish, and I need to learn that life is about helping other people, Kalela. So that has influenced me a lot. My mother wanted to be such a kind person. She wanted to be so kind. She wanted to be Mother Teresa, and it turns out that she was actually Mommy Dearest instead. I think for a long time, the weight of who she told everyone that she was versus her behavior, that's something that I've carried with me my whole life. Because here's this woman who says she's so good and kind, and she's hitting me and doing all kinds of unspeakable things. She's making us drink bleach. Like, it is f***ed, quite frankly. That was a lot of pressure to put on a kid, and it's not just me. I'm only here to tell my story. So growing up in a home where I was constantly berated and told, like, you need to be doing more for us, and then not allowed to do more. It was a circus in that house, okay? And in some ways, I value having that under my belt, I guess. I value that experience for what it was. It was not about me. I've come to realize that being kind, so good. Love it. It took me until the age of 29 to realize this, but I am enough. Isn't that wild? I have spent my entire life kind of begging people to see me, not to look at me. I do not want people to look at me, which is kind of weird because I have spent my whole life trying to fit into a mold so that people will see that I'm good enough. Like, look, I can be what you need me to be right now. Isn't that everything? And then it still isn't. There have been relationships that I've been in where I'm constantly just trying so hard to prove myself. There are relationships that I've been in where I love you, is that okay? Like, you, I love you, and it is what it is, okay? That's the mentality that I have going forward. The way that I feel is just the way that I feel, and if I do not have the emotional capacity to do everything for everyone all the time because I'm a normal human being, that's fine. And if you can't do everything for everyone all the time, that's fine. A very important lesson that I've learned is that you cannot do everything for everyone all the time, particularly before you even find out who you are. You need to learn how to take care of yourself, nurture your body and your mind, your spirit, your soul, do some yoga, and you'll never be depressed again. No, just kidding, that's not how it works. But we know that. Until you take care of yourself and fulfill all your own needs, you should not be trying to fulfill the needs of everybody around you. It just can't work. Did I just not put on concealer? It's like that whole airplane thing. If the masks come down and the put on yours before helping your child. Because duh, I mean, like, I get it. Your first instinct, if you were raised in my house, is that child is the future. We protect the child at all costs. The youngest person in the room is the most valuable, for they are closer to God. It was a wild ride in my home. Anyway, you put on your own mask before protecting the Messiah, because you know what? I don't care if your 2-year-old daughter is the Messiah. You can't save her until you know for sure that you're not gonna pass out. Does that kind of make sense? I don't know. Anyway, you can't pour from an empty glass. You can burn the candle at both ends. But eventually, those two flames are gonna meet in the middle, and then they're gonna kiss, and it's gonna be so romantic, and then you'll die. Not actually, but like, you're gonna burn out. Literally, it will burn out. And if you spend all your time helping other people before yourself. That is not living. That is being a slave to other people's expectations of you. And that is not something that I'm about anymore. The way that I'm kind of viewing myself moving forward is that I deserve all the things that I want for other people. Because my life has value just because. And so does yours. Every single life on this planet has value just because life matters. Where there's life, there's hope and all that. My time has value. So why am I gonna keep wasting it on people who don't want to understand me? No matter how hard I try, please, here's the information. Just absorb it. And they're like, what information? Who are you? You can't waste your time with people who refuse to give you the time of day. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. If something isn't meant for me, I don't want it. In the past, I would have seen a door, let's say there's frosted glass windows in the door, and I'm looking through, and I think I can see what's on the other side. And I create a narrative of, ooh, that's for sure what's on the other side of that door. I need to get in there. You know, when something's meant for you, when it's your home, you open the door, it opens. Or at least you have the key. I, in the past, would just try so hard, just wiggle the doorknob, do the credit card thing, pull out a bobby pin, try to kick it in stepdad style. I could not get into that door. And instead of moving on and continuing to walk down the street until I do get home, I would try so hard to force entry into that door because that is the door that I have seen and know, and that is safe. The logic is a little bit twisted, but please stay with me. Nowadays, I am willing to approach different doors. Does it open? Oh, it doesn't? Then it's not for me. All right, keep walking. And then you get to the next door, you open it, oh, it comes right open. It is open a crack already when I get there. Wow, I open it, people are there to greet me. And in the past, I would have absolutely thrown myself into that room. Here I am, greet me, love me, validate me, tell me who you need me to be so that I can do that and make everybody happy. Now, if I walk into that room and I see the people there waiting for me, if I do not click with those people, I'm not gonna stay in that room. Because why would I continue to be in a situation that is not serving me in any way and is sometimes actively harming me when I now have the strength to stand up and exit the room? You don't always have the strength to get up and leave the room and go. This metaphor is getting out of hand. I don't even know how to say it in real words. I think in metaphors. My therapist, oh, I'm so sorry for everything I've put you through. Anyway, it's easier once the fog of everything has lifted a little bit. When I'm in a good mental health period, I guess. When I'm having an upswing, when there are minimal things around to trigger me, it's a lot easier to think clearly, obviously, because your mental health is elevated for the time being. So I've been trying to take advantage of those moments, days, whatever, and instead of forcing productivity in those moments, I'm really trying to let myself relax and remember that this is a global pandemic. And I feel fine right now, but the reality is I have complex PTSD. How can I word this so people will understand? I'm living with complex trauma, and we are in a very traumatic situation right now because we're so helpless. I'm not trying to be like, oh, we're all a bunch of victims, but it's a helpless situation, and it's very unclear what's gonna happen. The future is uncertain. The future is certain. There will be a future, but nobody knows when the world will get back to normal. The Great Depression 2.0, the Great Depression 2020, the Epic Depression. But for now, I'm taking it day by day. Work will happen when it happens because my job is literally to heal myself and talk about it. So I'm going to try to do the healing myself part as dang well as I can so that I can prove to myself that there is life on the other side of childhood trauma and that post-traumatic victory is a real thing. In turn, hopefully keep hope alive for some of y'all cuties out there. I've been watching a lot of American TikTokers, so y'all is on my radar now. Ooh, and my friend, the phlebotomist. Thank you. Not all heroes wear capes. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to be kind to yourself and others today. Have you considered becoming a patron over on Patreon? You can become a producer of these videos for $5 a month. Or just have your name go on the screen for a minute, for $1. For $1, you can read about the day that I found out my mother was going to die and hitchhiked for the first time. Anyway, the link is down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to be kind to yourself and others today, and I will see you very soon. Bye! That lipstick isn't transfer proof.